Hey everybody, welcome to BombSquad. I'm Dan Stacy, and you are about to witness my nerdy family and I use silly voices and exploding dice to tell a good story. And we are actually doing a special episode this time because we wanted to give the good old Great Mustache and his characters Felicity and Helga a nice wrap-up and exit since we didn't have time while he was out. Because also we were dying from the heat then. So we're gonna go to that, but first, as always, RPG MRE for the session.
Hello friends. We have a watermelon, I haven't come up with a name yet, but a watermelon protein shake. We'll call it vanilla watermelon protein shake, because that's exactly what it is.
I can't wait to hear your names for the party.
Not much. All right, so this has...
Van Watt.
What's
vanilla
that?
watermelon. Van Watt.
There, Van Watt. All right, this literally was spawned...
Sounds like someone you cough too much.
Yeah.
That's what kind of comes up.
I got a little Van
I have a
Watt.
little Van Watt right there.
May I?
Keep going.
So, no offense.
No, you're
love
good.
you, Austin.
No, I love your Van Watt too.
This was concocted because I happened to eat watermelon today and yogurt. So I thought, why not put them together in a protein shake? So it needs more ice. I realized when I did it, it could have used more ice, but it's watermelon and Greek vanilla yogurt. It is non-fat yogurt because that's what I happen to have. And then almond milk. What do people think?
It's pretty good.
It's good, yeah.
It really smells like legit watermelon.
Well, it was watermelon.
It's just funny, like you can
Legit.
smell like the rind a little
Right.
bit and everything.
I taste
nice.
the yogurt. I'll tell you what.
You know what? It's
Zach
fitting for
doesn't
the
like
last
it.
day of summer to have watermelon.
That's true. You're right.
I'm
it is.
sorry.
It really is the last day of summer.
Even though in this plays it won't be, but it is now.
Anyways, stay tuned in the next few weeks. By the time this is out, probably this protein shake recipe with the MRE RPG series
Happening.
will have
It
this.
works. You got swole.
So swollen.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Excellent. Yeah, so we're gonna dive into a Skype-ish, it was technically VC, but a VC-ish episode of BombSquad. So
No comment.
you guys just can pick up and
There's
start.
no Iliad right now.
No, we're saying, yeah, David couldn't make it. So Iliad's
Sure.
running the sails and Tiri's driving the rudder. And you guys are kind of in the little hut that's on the skiff. Chatting
Like we
away.
just need to like rock it, like we're on the boat.
So I'm gonna get
Well,
out
and then I was telling them that I was saying that to Austin, if I'd had more time, I would have made the green screen look like there was water behind me. So we're
that would've been good.
Fun.
All right. And action. No, so you
Oh,
guys
so
are on the
nervous.
ship. Yeah, you guys are on the ship, and there's just this giant red-skinned female.
So Brick never shut his jetpacks off. So he's with everybody, but he's just kind of like
Hovering.
around everybody and probably like around Helga, like just scoping her out. Like, what the heck is this? Because Brick was like out of the count for literally the entire battle. I don't think there was a single action roll that he made at all.
You were like dimly aware of stuff, but then
Very vaguely. So now he's like a little bit angry and off put and
15-foot tall, red-skinned female.
I'm just looking up at you and... What are you?
I'm Helga. I'm Felicity's friend.
Oh, okay.
You don't look like a friend.
What does a friend look like?
Well,
That's true.
Wow, you've made me question a lot of things about everything I've ever believed.
I mean, you're kind of funny looking, so we're still, I don't know if we're friends, but...
What are you?
Hey Dan, what actually is Helga?
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
In the voice.
Yes, the face.
Well, honestly, I don't know if she knows who she is. But
What she is.
You remember what plane you were originally on before the incident? And the fire ladies that you guys were fighting, they recognized Helga and said they haven't seen one of you in a while.
Oh, I forgot.
So feel free to play with that as you see fit.
I am unsure what I actually am. But I know I am Felicity's friend.
Where is Felicity?
She's in another place. We switched places.
Is she safe?
Yes, it is very safe there. It is an isolated island in a sea of stars.
A physical place?
Yes, another plane of existence, I believe.
Very interesting.
I'm concerned.
Her eyes turned black. What is that about? Do you know anything about her?
I have known her since she was very little. I think the black eyes are part of how we met. A little influence crossing over.
Do you ever see her face to face?
Oh, Akira, you're here.
He was flying.
Only once, and she was unconscious and hurt.
Did
That's when
you hurt her?
All this started to happen.
Did you hurt her?
No, there was goblins raiding her village. They had killed her parents, and she was crying out, and suddenly I appeared, and I slew all the goblins, but her parents were already dead, and she had passed out from injury and the shock of it. I was only able to stay there for enough to save her and bring her to a safe spot, and then I was transported to that strange plane of existence.
Were you always what you are now, before you met Felicity?
Yes, I have always been like this, as far as my memory goes
Big
back.
and strong, with spears.
Well, I grew stronger over time. And, well, the spears are from Felicity. She made them. And the armor.
All right, what about those fiery demonesses? How did they know you?
I think they are from the lands. It was a long time ago now, but the lands that were ruled by Ulkan. It was where I was from before I showed up in this plane of existence to save Felicity.
And I'll interrupt. Arkiro and Ingrid would recognize Ulkan. He is known as the demon lord of the underworld. He rules the underworld.
Oh.
I don't know those words.
No, nothing about that is familiar to Brick.
Wait, that's where you're from?
It is where I was born into existence.
You know Ulkan.
No. I know of Ulkan.
Is this good or bad?
I
Bad.
fought many of his minions to grow stronger.
I would say Arkiro, since your race is heavy in the dragon faith,
Yep.
you know that Ulkan, he doesn't rule all of the underworld. There's a large swath that is just wild fire elementals type land. He is the most powerful being down there, and he has a strong hold down there, but he does not have complete control of the whole realm.
Right.
They ended up naming me the Wrecking Ball.
If she is fighting them, then she can be trusted.
The enemies of, what is the phrase? The enemies of, no, of our enemies is our friends. Something like that. You know.
Indeed.
That's why we're
Yes.
friends, witch.
Who is that?
Who's there?
No one, nothing.
Your lump seems to be talking.
Hit my shoulder.
Yes,
Oh,
but just
dear.
because our enemy has an enemy doesn't mean that's our friend.
Speaking of friends, I overheard the conversations you had with Felicity. I do not believe you were the original group she hired.
How did you know?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's where
I used to be bald and strong.
in her heyday,
Yeah.
in her youth.
Yeah.
I did not like the person that she bartered that deal with.
That's
She can
different.
be
Person.
Naive.
We're different. Yeah, actually what you said first was true. We are different. Yes.
You're not exactly what we expected either. Just saying.
What did you expect?
A girl with bunny ears.
I didn't expect that. Not even that.
By the way, are those like attached? The ears.
That's offensive. Don't ask that.
What else would they be?
No,
Well,
like a headband.
Is the headband not attached?
well,
We need to move on. What did Felicity want with the other mercenaries?
She needed help to navigate deeper. Would not have been easy by herself.
They need to do our job, getting her down to the glass.
Yes.
But we're better, so...
I have a feeling that perhaps you are.
By the way, we're kind of looking out for those people who we're supposed to be helping. Any idea? They should be around, right?
Well, I did not pay attention to the details, but they were supposed to have arrived, I think, a week fulfill their end of the contract.
Okay.
Quick question. Do you see and experience everything that Felicity does and vice versa?
More or less. While we are in that sea of stars, we have a tight connection, the two of us. And so, if we focus, we can see and hear the things of the other.
That's a little creepy.
Well, we are very close. We both, from what I understand, came into existence at the same time.
I have so many questions about that, but most of them I don't think I should ask. So I'm not going to.
I think we should.
I'll interrupt for a second. Ingrid, now that he's mentioned it, well, she's mentioned it a couple times, the Sea of Stars sounds vaguely familiar. It's something Malik may have mentioned in your training.
Okay.
It sounds like something from where Marosha is from.
Yeah.
Is it something that Arcaro would know?
No.
My guess would be probably not.
No. Yes. This is not well known
Okay.
at all.
So when you guys y'all got your connection, it was when her family was being killed? That's when it happened?
Well, we always had a connection with each other. We could talk to each other from very young age. She wasn't able to communicate with words until a little older, and she taught me this language.
Gotcha. And then when that thing happened, that's when you
Yes.
switched. Okay. So you live on an island surrounded by the stars. And that's where you grew up, or you grew up in that kingdom and then you ended up in the stars?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
I was originally in the land where the minions were defeating the devils there, and now I do not see them at all.
Okay.
Is there anyone else with you in this
Yeah.
island of stars?
No, just Felicity goes there, and when she's there, she builds things and grows things and makes it a livable place for whichever one of us is there.
So interesting.
She may be able to tell you more.
Can you switch on demand?
I think so. I usually only do it when she is in trouble.
How long does this last? When will you switch back? When does Felicity come?
Switch with her now. There is no time constraints.
If you switch back, can you come back whenever you want, or does she have to choose to let you come back?
It is usually a mutual thing between us. Never thought of it that way, but I'm not sure who has more control over it.
Do you know of anyone else that has a similar ability?
I do not.
It does seem to come from a bad source, if you get what I'm saying, with the black eyes and the,
Well, I believe when I showed up to rescue her, some of the influence of the place I came from affected her.
Okay. That makes sense.
What's your goal? What are you trying to do?
Protect Felicity.
What's Felicity's goal?
To have fun and make friends.
Have fun and what?
Make friends.
Make friends.
Make friends. And make things, I guess, too.
Yes, she is an excellent blacksmith.
I feel like there's something deeper there. Or there should be.
Would you like to talk to Felicity?
Can we?
So Helga kind of focuses, closing her eyes, and there's a loud popping sound as she just disappears. And then there's another pop, and suddenly, taking up a lot less space, I guess the ship suddenly lurches forward in speed, right? Because there's a lot less weight, and yeah, Felicity pops up. She's got what looks like maybe some herbs or some things in her hand, and says, "Oh, hey, how's it going, guys? What are you doing?"
Hello!
I'm gonna... Brick is gonna, like, shut his boosters off and plop back down onto the ship.
And the ship slows down.
I didn't... What? That's... Who...
Wow, that was pretty intense, guys, wasn't it? That fight was crazy. I was watching it, and it looks like the food helped you guys out. Did you like the food? Did it taste good? Did it, you know, was it a good palate on your tongue?
Well, I'm saving mine for later. But I have it. It's quite safe.
It was wonderful. Thank you. Are you okay?
I'm very glad.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm perfectly fine. Helga made sure that I was perfectly safe. She took over there, and it was great. Isn't she great? Isn't she the awesomest friend? She's so kind and nice.
She's something.
She has been very kind, yes. What is it like where you were?
Oh, you mean the other place?
Yes.
Well, it's really interesting. It was really boring at first because there's just this island that's, you know, kind of looks like it's just floating in the stars, but it's not really stars on the underneath, on the, well, not underneath, but on the, around the island. It's, looks like stars because it's reflecting, so it's like water, but it's not really water because you can walk in it and it's cold, but it's not wet. But, you know, it's kind of interesting. But then I can grow things on it, so that's pretty cool. And so I made a house, and I've got a garden going there and all sorts of stuff, so it's really nice for Helga when she's there.
How cold is it?
Very, very cold.
Oh dear. Okay.
It's a bitter cold. It almost feels like maybe you're starting to freeze. I don't really wait out there much, unless I use some of my magic, like what we did for the heat. I can do that, and then it's not as bad, but it's still, it doesn't seem as effective there, maybe? I don't know. I haven't studied it as much.
Can you go back there whenever you want?
Well, I mean, I'd have to switch places with Helga.
Could you get there without switching places?
I don't know, maybe. I can maybe make an item, and if I made that item and imbued it with some magic, maybe I could be able to teleport there, but that's kind of hard, because that's, you know, interplanar transfer and, like, traveling, and that's a little bit harder. And I haven't done a whole lot with, you know, teleportation or gates or things like that yet.
All right.
Yeah, those fire ladies were saying how there's been openings and closings and all that in the plains. So there might be a possibility someday.
That's kind of interesting, because, you know, there's been some more creatures coming these days.
More creatures from where?
Well, I don't know where they're coming from, but I've noticed them. Like, you know, usually when I'm over there, there's not that much happening, but you can sometimes see, like, shadowy figures moving around and stuff, and you know, kind of looked random at first, but I think there's, like, kind of a pattern, and they're sometimes, like, pulling along these other shadowy creatures. But they always stay away from the island, so that's pretty good. So I feel safe there. And, I mean, it's not like we can even, you know, get anywhere from the island. It's kind of a weird temporal phenomenon, I think. Yes, because like I could see another island, and I'd try and wade over there, but I couldn't get any closer to the island, even though it only looked like it was a mile away, and I could never reach it.
Yeah, I wouldn't venture out very far. Just saying.
I'm still
Yeah.
confused. Are we talking about a physical place that you can go to?
Well, of course, I go there. Where that's where I was.
It's not a place you want to be.
Yeah, the shadowy figures, they're like dragging along smaller shadowy figures, and it doesn't look like it's kind. But though recently there's been some scarier looking ones coming around, but then the bigger ones kind of fight it, and they usually win, I guess.
So, what happened? I want to know about your family and like what happened when the switch happened.
Personal. Wow.
You mean the first time the switch happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry about your mom and your dad and everything.
well, I am sad about that, but you know, it's still good because they trained me a lot and they gave me inspiration. And my dad was a blacksmith, and my mom was a herbalist, and she helped heal people, and so you know that's why I do what I do. So it's still okay. And you know, the town helped raise me after that happened, and I became the town's blacksmith. And then people started coming because I like made good stuff, and so that was cool. But you know, I wanted to make even better stuff, so I started to travel, and then you know I got to make some friends so that we can travel together and make stuff and make more powerful stuff, and maybe be able to have it so Helga's always here, or you know, something like that.
Is that why you want glass? Why do you want glass?
Oh, well, I can make more powerful armor. Like, you saw the stuff that Helga has? It's pretty powerful, but I can make it even more powerful. But, you know, you need a good conduit for magic.
Oh, that's interesting.
Ajax, can I use that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Who's Ajax?
He's this loser who, you know, he follows me around, and he's really pretty useless, but, you know...
I make him do everything that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he in your suit with you?
Ew, no, don't be gross. That's disgusting. He's...
Hey, Ajax, are you in the suit?
You could call me the brains of the suit. Yes.
They're special friends.
Not...
Just like me and Helga, we're special friends.
Exactly.
Well, okay. Yeah.
I'm undecided.
Love you too, buddy. Wait, so what does the glass do?
Oh, the glass is just when you you know, temper it and when you turn it into armor and stuff, it becomes really good armor in of itself, or weapons. But because the glass in its nature and the way that it went through the worms and stuff, it's really highly conductive of magic. So you can enhance it magically to make it even more powerful.
We're making
It's kind of like, you know, Helga's spears. I made them, you know, I just crafted them so that they can extend out. But then I imbued them with some magic so that they're even more powerful. So it's kind of like that.
Would you be able to make us weapons of the same?
Oh, I could absolutely make weapons. I just need a good forge. I don't have a traveling forge yet. That would be really cool though if I could have. Oh, maybe I should build a forge in the other place. That's a really good idea. That's what I should do next.
I like that.
Good idea.
Could we reach you after? I don't know. In a way, to be able to talk back and forth if you get your forge running, so we can get...
Well, I mean, I could use any forge. I was actually thinking about going over to the Ddrws next and using some of their forges, because there's some really good forges over there. And then I could, you know, I'll work the glass and see what I can come up with it, and what improvements I can make, and all sorts of things.
Where are we going next?
We got the glass to make the telescope.
And unless Nori has some other plan, we are going to my home.
To make the telescope. Because I need my cart with my.
That sounds really interesting. What do you need a telescope for?
The lights are changing in the sky. We do not know why they are. It is very slight. It has happened over a long period of time, and only the Scolari have found it. We want to know why. We have bad feelings that it is something big, something not good for this land is coming. And we want to be
That
able
doesn't
to
sound
see
good
it.
at all.
It is not. And we want to know more about it. I am not one of the scientists in this project. I am simply the one to get Nori, to get the materials, to bring it back. If we had a forge, would you be able to come to our home?
Oh yeah, I could use any forge.
I will talk to my people when I get back and see if we can establish something more permanent.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, do you have
were-
any people that can like send messages over great distances?
Yes, we are very good at that.
You were so grumpy with me for coming. Why suddenly is she just totally okay to come to your home?
She has proven herself very quickly.
I
did not know you.
But did you see me?
Did I see you do what?
Just
You didn't do anything.
yeah, but
You're all
look-
googly eyes
Yeah,
all over the fire
but
lady.
Look, hey, we're not talking about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know about you guys, but I was the only one
that was
focused
kinda
on the
weird. I saw it
mission.
through Helga's eyes. You were just like staring at that one fiery lady. What was that about?
I was looking for an opportunity to attack her and a weak point.
I mean, she was
And-
attractive and all.
I
I
don't-
guess for fire lady. Is that your type?
No, I don't. So you're home. When can we get there?
It will take a long time.
Well, it's gonna take a long time, so yeah. Better.
You know, I mean, if the fiery types are your type, you know, Helga's from that same area, so maybe you could get to know Helga better.
Excellent.
Okay, yeah. Just throw me those digits. What can you do for me there?
What digits do you mean? Do you mean like the finger digits off of something?
I think she has all 10.
Yep, that's
macabre.
it. That's the one. That's what I mean.
Smooth.
I'm gonna go see if Illy needs help sailing, because I sail sometimes. So
Indeed.
He does have a ship. Never seen it.
I have a ship.
Oh, what kind of ship is it? Is it a big galleon or is it like a small little guy?
It's the big kind. They take you places.
That's what he
Well,
keeps saying.
small kinds take you places too.
You don't. Brick's like walking away into the distance.
Oh,
We don't know where Brick came from either.
Well, I thought he came out of. Well, no, I guess he didn't come out of Nori. He came out of Nori's wife, right?
We don't know that either. As far as he's told us, Nori is the one that gave birth to him. We're not sure if that's possible.
that.
Well, I mean, magic can be pretty strange sometimes. And if it was like a metal golem that did it, because that could be.
We think it might have something to do with Ajax. Ajax might be the wife.
Huh.
Now it's canon. Anyway, we will be happy to have you in our homeland. How can we
I'd be
reach
totally
you?
happy to be there. By the way, while I was over there, I made you guys something. I made this gift for you.
What gift?
She pulls out like a little bunny figure, not with the mustache though, and hands it over and says, and there's like a little string, a little circle with a string. says, go ahead and pull the string.
You pull it.
So in like Felicity's voice says, "You guys are so cool. You can do it." And some magic like shoots out and does a heal level 3, which is like a D8.
That's amazing.
Do it again.
You're so strong. I believe in you.
That's awesome.
I've never heard Ingrid giggle before. Thank you.
So if you're ever feeling down or need a little pick me up during a battle,
You
We
paused.
lost him.
oh,
If we're ever what?
There.
If we're ever what?
You're back.
Go back.
if you're ever in the middle of a battle and things are going tough and you need a little pick me up to keep going, you can just pull that string and it'll keep going through battle and help you out.
Okay. Take it. Just stuff it in my dress.
I'm not getting it.
It's so cute. I think I gotta pet it.
Larry will get jealous. But okay.
Yeah, it's true. Oh wow.
Who's Larry?
Larry is who lizard who
Larry!
pulls the cart.
I hold him out.
Oh, he looks a little. Is he okay?
Oh yeah, he always looks like this.
Felicity like pokes.
His eyeball slowly moves around in different directions, of course.
How can we reach you if we do need to get a hold of you?
Well, if you have those people that can send the messages over long distance, I haven't created a device like that yet. I need some more experience, I think, before I can do that.
Will you still be in Ddrws?
Well, I'm gonna head to
Wherever the dwarf people are.
Yeah,
Also canon.
the Dwarven Kingdoms in the Great Arm, you could say.
The Great Arm.
Yeah, I was gonna head up there because they have some great blacksmiths there and stuff. And one of them actually came through the town once and was really impressed with what I did. And they said that I could come anytime. And so I was gonna go over there and kind of hang out a little bit. That's what I was gonna take the glass to and see what I could do with it.
I'll say this too. I'll come in the mic to say it. Thierry wants Felicity's recipes, so she will trade the recipes for one of her special letters that goes to the Telehay family. So you can write a letter and it'll go straight to Thierry.
Okay.
So you guys can also write a letter and it'll on that paper and it'll poof to Felicity.
Okay. Cool.
If of course Felicity's willing to give up the recipes.
Oh yeah, no, she'd even take out some of her paper and maybe scrawl one of them during the trip, so you can have it right away. Which one did you guys like best? Did you like the manna better? Did you like the chocolate chip muffin better?
The muffin.
So she starts to write that out.
Oh, I
I
love that.
particularly like the muffin.
You hear Iliad out in the ship. Here!
I saw you were using a bow there.
Yes.
That was pretty impressive.
Thank you.
I've thought about making some special tips that you could put on things like that, and then maybe they could explode, or maybe they could shoot out a web of netting when it makes impact.
That would be wonderful. If you do design and create those, please let me know. I'm always looking to expand the arsenal that I have.
Well, I'll totally, when I'm up at a forge, I'll start experimenting with that, because I've drawn a few little designs and some concepts, and I think I know a couple ways to make it work.
Excellent. I look forward to hearing from you.
Alright, I'll jump in real quick. How are you guys feeling? Do you want to wrap it, or is there anything else?
I still have so many questions, but I don't think.
Did Inga have any more questions about the strange place she goes to?
Yeah, you can.
Not so much about that. More about how you guys got connected in general from the beginning.
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, so, I mean, some of the stuff I kind of figured out afterwards, but like when I was born, I think it's the same time that Helga was born, but she was born like full grown, where she was, you know. And so we've always had this like strange connection where we could communicate with each other. And of course, until I was a little bit older, I couldn't understand what was going on. And people used to think that I just had an imaginary friend, but it was actually Helga the whole time. And until the thing with my parents, where they were slaughtered horribly, is when she came, and then so that was cool. And then we started doing the switching place. Oh, and you know, because when that first happened, it was really weird. When I first went to that place, I was really scared. I was a little bit older. It was after the parents thing happened, but it was weird because it was really ice cold, or no, it was heat. That's what it was. It was a lot of heat. And it was beginning to overwhelm me, and I couldn't do things like you know, sustain myself from heat back then. But then there was this icy arm that like wrapped around me, and it helped, you know, make me feel better. And then suddenly I was on this island of dark rock that was, you know, in that sea of stars, like I said. But you know, then it didn't have the house on it because I hadn't built that yet.
That sounds terrifying.
Do you know whose arm
it was? But it's nicer now.
Do you know whose arm it was?
No, I have no idea. I just remember the feeling of the arm, and then there's like basically this like bubble that's around the place where we live, and keeps it safe. And it's like we got 2 acres, so it's great.
And you've never felt that or seen what it was again since then? The arm.
I don't know. Has Felicity felt the arm, Dan?
Nope, never since.
No, I haven't ever felt it since, but I felt safe, and it's weird. It's like, you know, because I can't go away, so I think it's maybe does the same thing where it doesn't let people come in.
Okay. What's the last thing you remember? Like right before the switch? Did you die?
No. I was out in the woods, and there was a bunch of wolves that were trying to surround me, and I was running, and then suddenly, but I never saw the wolves. I could only hear them running around me, and then suddenly I just blipped out of existence, and then I was in where it felt really hot, and then the icy arm, and then in the back of my head I could kind of when I ended up focusing on it after I settled myself, I could see what Helga could see there, and I realized it was her.
Very interesting.
Do you know how it works? Do you know how it happens? How you're able to switch?
I'm not really sure, because it's not like a normal magic where you can like do like a where you could teleport, or you can, you know, create a hole right here and walk through it and be way over there, or anything like that. It's something else altogether. I think it has to do with our connection, and whatever happened when Helga came and saved me from the goblins, and then she was, you know, no longer in this place, but she was also no longer at her place, and so it's this strange maybe in between or something.
I would say that's sparking all kinds of familiar things for you, Ingrid.
Yes.
If you didn't know, so. I'll say there's a few more things you could get out of her if you want, or you guys can wrap up.
Like
I want to know everything.
You guys are doing great. This is like going to be a whole episode by itself. It's, yeah, up to you.
What do we need to know?
And Brick, if you ever want to come back in, you're welcome to. You don't have to pallet outside.
Brick would probably be like trying to hear, but he's embarrassed and salty, so he's feeling very emotional.
Then Brick, if you have anything you need to say, come back.
Ooh, can I see that gift back? I want to add something to it.
Oh, yeah.
What?
So she like starts to fiddle with it and then like whispers into it and then hands it back.
Do you want me to pull the string now? It's gonna do that every time.
Brick, you're so awesome. I know you can fly. You're the best. Keep going.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I'll have it back now. I'm
I-
just kidding. You can have it.
No, this is all of ours. We did this. And Felicity.
Yeah, it was really awesome. It was really fun, exploring with you guys and venturing.
And killing worms.
Well, we didn't quite kill one of the worms, but we did make it run away.
Well, I
Yeah, we
count
did
that as, you know.
That was a really impressive ice sculpture that looked just like the worm, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wait, what?
When Iliad made that thing of ice that looked like another worm, but it was like a female worm.
Every once in a while he does something cool. But
Do you know if those fire... whatever they were, did they die?
Would Felicity know if creatures like that, when they die, they just go back to their plane, or do they actually die?
It's a good question. I think I'll leave it up to you to just whatever you think. That's what Felicity knows.
Okay. Well, based on what like Helga's told me, I think they just I think they go back to their plane of existence. They maybe can only be killed there because I mean I know Helga like destroyed a lot of people over there, and I don't think they came back after she destroyed them.
So they will come back again. Should we?
Maybe.
Does Helga know how we can defeat them ourselves in case they do?
Well, I'm not sure if it's like if you're in the plane of existence that they're from, then you can kill them there, or if it's maybe just her because she's just so awesome.
she's pretty great.
I'll say this too. Felicity would have heard rumors that people have talked about the volcanoes being associated with demons.
And are demons different than devils in your world, or?
No, at least not colloquially.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've heard some of the rumors, especially while I was here waiting for you guys to get here, because you guys took so long to get here. But so some of the people, say that the volcanoes are really associated with demons. So maybe they appear there a lot.
Bad news bears.
What do bears have anything to do with this?
They just know things.
Because Helga's as strong as a bear.
That's what I was getting at.
Are those attached?
Are what attached?
Never mind.
Some questions
leave it.
are best left unanswered.
Yes.
Ingrid, Malik whispers in your ear. Ask the strange creature about those shadowy things assaulting the bigger ones.
Okay. What about those shadow things that assault the big ones? Like, what happens?
Oh yeah, so like just recently, I think just in like the last year, there's been these angry shadow things, and they've come up out of the water, but it's not really water. It kind of looks like it's smoke itself, but it makes the sounds of water when you're moving through it, but you don't get wet. So it's really weird. Really weird. But anyways, the angry ones, they pop up and they're really angry, and I don't like them at all, but they would try and coax the even smaller ones, and they would either destroy them or lure them into the water that's not water and like drag them under it. But the bigger ones, they could fight back against it, and it was really weird watching them fight once because it was like slow-mo. They're just moving really slow as they fought, and it was really weird, but the big ones always win.
Like Matrix.
What kind of Matrix?
Exactly.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean.
You know, now that you mention it, you know, it's kind of like after that's been happening, it's like the Star Sea, it's been warming up in temperature recently, and that humming is slightly louder.
The humming?
Yeah. Oh, did I not tell you about the humming?
No.
No.
Oh yeah. I think it was when I first came, and there was that ice cold arm. And I think there was a soft humming. There's this melody that's just whenever you're there, it's just on the edge of your hearing. You can just barely. It's like when you try and focus on it, you almost can't focus on it, and it goes away. But it's always like at the edge of your hearing. But it's been getting a little bit louder recently.
Is it good or bad?
I don't
Pleasant
know.
or not?
I guess it's good.
Do you know what song it is?
I don't know, Dan. Do I have any idea what song it is?
Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley.
Kim.
Anytime if Felicity tries to rehum the melody, she can't remember it.
It's really weird. Like every time I try and hum it myself or even sing it or anything, I can't remember it. It goes out of my mind.
Does Helga hear it too?
Oh yeah, she's talked about it too. It's the same thing. Like whenever you try and start to focus on it to listen to it better, it's like you can't hear it, but then as soon as you stop, you can hear it again.
So that's getting louder like all the time, or is it only when
No, it's just really, really gradually. Okay. I think like compared to when I first got there, you know, I until we started talking just now, I really didn't think about it. But compared to when I first got there, it's definitely louder. But it's only been like kind of like with the temperature warming up. It's not quite as bitter cold when I step in the water.
Okay.
How long has it been changing?
Only like maybe just recently, really.
Like years? Like decades?
Well, less than a year. I mean, my notes aren't very clear on that. It just says recently.
Yeah, it's been within the past year.
Okay.
Though I will say this, especially for the Scolari.
Yeah.
You know that in all ancient descriptions of the stars, they sing. They are the choir of the skies.
The stars themselves sing.
Yep. At least that's how they're described in almost every ancient prophecy, descriptions, anything orally remembered.
Would we remember the songs?
No, there's
Do we
never
know
been
the
a recording
songs?
of an actual song. It's just they're always described as the stars sing. The singing stars, the songs of the stars.
He's taunting you.
Well,
But yeah, I mean, if you guys want, maybe I could talk with Brick's mother.
Yes.
And maybe work with the class a little bit before I leave.
that'll be great.
I mean, if he uses the glass, maybe we could compare notes and kind of see, different ways that we do things.
Make sure to weasel into the conversation how much I love him at some point.
Oh, I can totally do that. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What's your favorite thing about him?
How just physically weak he is. Just so small and ineffective.
Wow.
It's just endearing.
Think I can make that work.
Thank you. And objectively unattractive.
Do you really believe that?
Yes, it's why I love him. It's part of his charm.
Yeah.
Yee.
I think you guys will sail on.
Yeah.
Awkwardly, Brick continues to come up with more berating reasons that he loves.
I can keep going.
Like a kitty, bro.
Iliad's still paddling with his arm.
Yeah.
Muffin in one hand.
Yeah, he's totally chewing a muffin in one hand. Teary happily looking over the recipes while driving with one hand, not looking where she's going. And somehow you guys eventually make it to Ddrws. And we'll go back to our recording on Friday.
Pay the
A
bar.
little inside. Yeah.
Pay the barmaid.
Yeah. We'll probably pick up with that. We'll see what happens. So.
Yeah, I'll be on an aeroplane.
Aeroplane. Woohoo. All right. For recording wise, thank you for doing this, guys. It's awesome. Bonus episode. This was great.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It was fun. I'll hit stop on recording.
End scene.
End scene.
Hello. I'm just doing an outro since we didn't shoot it at the time. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Great Mustache, as always, for doing all you did to make that possible. And check out openlegendrpg.com, heromuster.com, and all the links in our description for everyone we use for music, soundscapes, and ambience. And of course, Inn of Planar Crossroads on YouTube and the Greyhound channel on YouTube and Twitch both have some Open Legend actual plays. And actually, I'll throw out Great Mustache also does the Twitch streaming of his games. I think he has a Thursday game and then a Wednesday game, which I'm in. Scheduling is as best we can do. But yeah, check that out. And we'll see you next week. Bye.